It was both. I think at we were, at least I was livid. I I'm thinking, we have test results that are 5 times what these people claim to have collected, and all of them, are talking about we have a huge lead crisis. People act immediately. People's lives are at stake, and this guy just sitting there, telling everyone that Virginia Tech doesn't know what they're talking about. Oh, they did this in Washington D.C. They did this everywhere else. And I mean, what was even worse, I think, was when Mona Hanna-Tisha, the pediatrician from Hurley, she came out with her results of actual blood lead levels of kids. And she showed clearly, without any doubt, that these kids in Flint, their blood lead levels had doubled. And in some zip codes where we found a high lead level in the water, the blood lead levels in these kids had tripled. This guy says, "Oh, she is irresponsible, and her actions are unfortunate," something like that. And all this is in official press releases and media reports. So I'm just sitting there, throughout this, just my mouth is open all the time. I cannot wrap my head around what this guy is thinking or who is he representing, if not the people. Initially, when he said that, we released a press release saying that we have tested lead in a lot of other cities, including Detroit, and we found that they were meeting the lead and copper rule. They were in compliance. So we have a history of doing this because that's one of our expertise. That's one of the areas we're experts in. So this is what we do. And all of everything, I mean, livid, at some point I had to let it go because I realized that this doesn't make any sense, and I cannot waste my time thinking about it. So when I say let it go, I mean his idiotic comments. I don't mean the issue. So at this point, when our results were out, we actually traveled to Flint to talk to people. We didn't just sit in Blacksburg. So mid-September, when results from over 250 ohms were out, we were in Flint talking to them, doing big town hall meetings and giving out the public health advisory. So if this guy comes in and says that Virginia Tech is fanning political flames irresponsibly, it was making us angry. But at this point, the media was involved. They were covering the issue, and every day we would have 5-10 articles about this. So that was giving us hope. And I think what completely made my day was when a lot of these emails that we got via Freedom of Information Act requests. So, Mark was at the top of his game throughout this. He's a brilliant scientist, but I was just amazed at how wonderfully, he just put hours in trying to cover every detail. So when we say that these people knew about the issue, we are not just saying this because we heard it, but we have actual emails to prove it. So I think the emails kind of substantiated our position and helps us feel good that we are talking about an actual issue. And these people will take notice because at this point, Congressman Dan Kildee was involved, Senator Jim Ananich was involved, pediatricians were telling that we have a lead problem, and then the health department came out and declared outright a public health emergency. So this was a very short period amount of time. This was like 3 weeks within which our results came out, the doctor results came out, and the public health emergency was declared. So I was livid, but not for very long because action had been taken.